All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go racing from Talladega. Your starting lineup will be Lance Sponberg and Jeremy Edwards on the front row, Justin Swafford, Sean Lesperance on the second row, Clay Kirchenbauer, Colby Whipple on the third row, Pudge starting in 7th, Otto Cruz in 8th. DP Riggins starts 9th, Patrick Gitter in 10th. Patrick Pieper and Dave Bickner in 11th and 12th. 13th is Blake Veakin, Dean Webb in 14th, Drew Peacock in 15th, Robbie Allers in 16th, Brody Green 17th, Brandon Newby in 18th, Russell Worth in 19th, and Ryan McDaniel rounds out the top 20. Jarrett Woodard in 21st, Darren Silva starts 22nd, Aaron Brill in 23rd, PJ Cox is 24th, Jamie Knopf in 25th, Daniel Simmons 26th, Richie Joplin, the winner from the Truck Series here at Talladega, in 27th, James Silk in 28th, Lonnie Roberts 29th, Tyler Ott 30th, James Smith in 31st, Joshua Friel 32nd, Jacob Morgan 33rd. The back 10 cars did not go to the track for qualifying, choosing to start from the back. Might be a wise move here early on. All right, looks like everybody is rolling. All the drivers rolling. They are on their way around the track. Single pace lap here tonight. Leslie Buffett saying probably the first lap and probably Sean Lesperance's fault. Craig Phillips saying it's going to be Robbie Allers with the upset win tonight. Stage breaks are at lap 20, lap 40, and then they run to the finish. 2.66 miles, 33 degrees of banking, and 200 plus miles an hour here tonight. Joseph Austin saying Bob Allers is guaranteeing a win tonight. We'll keep an eye on that car. All right, big deep breath, ladies and gentlemen. The pace car will drop off, but the restart zone is much further than usual here tonight, so these guys have to pace a little bit longer, and then the green will drop. Time to take a big deep breath. All the drivers doing so. Even the broadcaster is going to have to take a big deep breath here. And get ready, because here we go from Talladega, Alabama. Green flag is in the air there, down and away at DEGA. Expect a full 2 laps before these guys are at max speed. But some of these guys will find a way as they come up. When they hit about 120 miles an hour, they're going to start working their way through the field. It's going to come down to a question of momentum. Looks like we've got a small group already breaking off the back, trying to play it safe here early. Richie Joplin, the winner in the Truck Series, back there in 26th. This small group back here, Lonnie Roberts, Tyler Ott, Joshua Friel, James Smith, and Jacob Morgan, all kind of hanging out at the back right now, playing it safe. Oh, actually, it's not. Jacob isn't back there. He did not take the grid. Justin Swafford shoots to an early lead. I think Lance was leading at the line, so he got credit for that lap. It was extremely close. This race will be, the winner of this race will be measured in thousandths of a second. And it's going to be so close. Down the back straightaway for the second time. By the time they hit the start-finish line, the cars will be at full speed. But keep an eye on them here tonight. These cars, not exactly stable. Remember, these have so much less downforce than the other cars that we have seen here. This has the least amount of downforce of any oval car out there. And the most power. It is the most powerful car on iRacing. A very dangerous and sketchy combination. As do we have some guys thinking about going 3 wide already? Not quite yet. Everybody taking it pretty patient. They've got 100 laps to go here. Guys taking it fairly easy early. We will see the aggression ramp up about lap 18, about lap 38, and definitely right around lap 90. But I would expect some moments of chaos throughout this one. Out of turn 4, into the tri-oval they go. Swafford leads it. No, wait a minute. Even I forget where the start-finish line is here from time to time. Swafford leads it at the line. Auto Cruz all the way up into second after starting 8th. And look who's in third now. Patrick Gitter, the points leader, with a huge points lead coming into this week. Newcomer Dave Bickener now up 8 spots into 12th. Dean Webb up 7 spots into 7th. Robbie Allers, who said he will get the upset win tonight, currently up 7 spots into 9th. Blake Viken currently runs in 10th. There was a car off. It was Lance Sponberg. What the heck happened? Watch him coming down. There's some bobbling on that high line. We knew to expect that. I'm not 100% sure he got touched on that one. Great save, not coming back up into the middle of the battle. Caution is out for Lance Sponberg. Let's take another look. Let's see if the... Trying to dial up the chopper and see if he caught this one. Oh, big touch on the front straightaway. Sponberg hard into that inside wall. A couple of guys at the back, that group that had broke off the back, got caught up in this. Lance eventually towed it to pit road. First caution of the night. I do not expect to see anybody on pit road here. All the drivers just trying to get caught up to the pace car. We'll let everybody get stacked up, and then if Robbie Aller stays out on track, we'll get a quick word with him. Everybody coming around. As mentioned, we might see a few drivers drop in to top off on fuel, but I find that kind of unlikely. They should have enough fuel to run the entire stage. Looks like Swafford's going to try and fake to pit. No, Swafford is in. What a shock. Blake Viken is in as well. All right, let's see if we can get a hold of Robbie Allers. Hey, Robbie, this is Doug up in the booth. You got me?
I got you, man.
Hey, I did see in the comments, was told that you called it. This is going to be your upset win here tonight.
I'm telling you, every time I'm in one of these races, I feel like I wreck out every time. So this would be a great upset win for me.
Well, you're definitely picking up spots already, up 10 spots into 6th place. And I know some of the drivers talked about the car really, you really got to drive it. And up there by the wall with that air bubble up there, it gets a little sketchy.
It's extremely sketchy. Like second lane, if there's a car underneath you, it's going to push you up. Especially in the tri-oval area, it's really, really loose right there. And that's what happened in that wreck. I think their back end just came loose on somebody because my back end came out about the same time. So, yeah, second lane towards the wall gets very sketchy. Inside lane just seems slow, though.
Well, that is definitely that's definitely a bit unexpected, but man, you're having a great run so far. Hopefully, the luck will stay with you tonight, and you can get to victory lane.
Sounds good. I need the luck. Thank you, Doug.
No problem, buddy. Robbie Allers currently runs in 6th place, up 10 spots. As they run right now, Otto Cruz, Patrick Gitter, Dave Bickner, Sean Lesperance, and Dean Webb are your top 5. Robbie Allers, Clay Kirchenbauer, Patrick Pieper, Jeremy Edwards, and Darren Silva rounding out your top 10. Pudge has dropped all the way back to 11th. Ryan McDaniel up 8 spots into 12th. It's worth noting Darren Silva is up 12 spots into 10th. PJ Cox up 11 spots into 13th. DP Riggins 14th. Drew Peacock 15th. The Truck Series winner here at DEGA is in 16th, up 11 spots already. Colby Whipple back 11 spots into 17th. Jarrett Woodard now 18th. Russell Worth 19th. Aaron Brill in 20th. You'll see the rest in your favorite drivers come across. Jacob Morgan did not take to the track. He is not out there. Lance Sponberg is still on pit road after having to tow. This is one of the longest tows in iRacing because 2.66 miles, although I do have to say I think they may have overshot the length of the tow here, but you never know. Lights are out on the pace car. They're going to get 1 to green. Brandon Newby has made a last-minute duck into pit road. This will be a fuel-only stop. No tires, just fuel. He's trying to play a little strategy game here. We made it to like lap 5 before that caution came out. Everybody's predictions were wrong. Patrick Gitter comes into tonight with a 33-point lead over Justin Swafford. Gardner 29 points back in 3rd. Pudge in 4th, 50 points behind Jeremy Gardner. However, if Patrick Gitter has a rough night tonight and finishes at the back, that points gap could definitely close back up. Leslie, Sean is definitely holding his position pretty well tonight, and hopefully he can just keep it clean. I know he's only been able to finish a couple races, not of his doing. It's just been bad luck every single time. So really hoping Sean can get a good finish and maybe finally get that car into victory lane. There's Sean on the outside of the 2nd row in the 520. Pace car drops in, then the long drive to the restart zone. Otto Cruz will control the start. come toward the start-finish line. We will not see any here. Here we go. Auto fires. They're down and away. And just as I was about to say it, Auto trying to prove me wrong. We're not going to see any big jumps on the restart. Guys trying to get way out in front because they will not have the assistance of the draft. The guys behind them, they will come flying back up. They'll have the draft off the car in front of him plus the pack behind them. They will swallow him up and pass him very, very quickly. Down the back straightaway, remember 1.5 to 2 laps to get these cars up to full speed. Side by side up front, newcomer Dave Bickner looking for the lead here. He's all over the back bumper on Auto Cruz. Mid-pack, a lot of side-by-side racing. Remember, the outside line is getting really sketchy. Hopefully, as the race wears on, the track temperature comes down a little bit, and the tires, they lay down some rubber on that outside line. Hopefully, they'll start building a little bit of grip up there on that high line. Looked like Dave Bickner almost got stuck on the outside. The 23 of Clay Kirchenbauer right behind him almost got a nose in, and normally that car in the middle, they call it the sucker hole, but in these cars, we might actually see that middle line work really well. But as we heard a few moments ago, man, it's going to be a bit dicey with the way the air moves around on these cars and what you can do with the air to give yourself an advantage and hurt your opponent. Down the back straightaway, everybody finally up to full speed, 2 lines. Seeing a couple guys sticking the nose out, seeing if they can get a run up the middle. Pudge currently in 11th, DP Riggins in 12th. Blake Viken just set the fastest lap of the race of 49.04. There is one car that is oh! Is that Blake in the middle? This is about to get interesting. Our first real 3 wide as Richie is trying to make his way up. He's up in the middle and got some help behind. But you see they have no stability, no grip. They are just holding on. Definitely a driver's car in a driver's race. We've got the, it is the big one. At the front of the pack, caution is out. Their car, Richie Joplin just made it through. How in the world did he do that? He did get some rear end damage there. And looking to see where this whole mess started. Let's take a look at Darren Silva first. There's Darren down on the inside. Coming down the back straightaway, and oh! The 03 got turned around. Auto Cruz. Here we are at the front of the pack again, Dean Webb, and oh! The newcomer, Dave Bickner, just came down trying to get a run down on the bottom and just barely clipped Auto, turns Auto into the outside wall, and chaos ensues. Let's see if our chopper caught that one. Most of the field now going into pit road. There it begins. And you see as everybody tries to come through, just nowhere to go. Big pileups everywhere. PJ Cox is involved. There was a gap between the first 2 groups. Sean Lesperance checks up and gets hit from behind, and he gets caught in it. ends up in the inside wall. PJ Cox is in this. DP Riggins is caught. Aaron Brill, Blake Veakin, Drew Peacock, one of the other newcomers. Drew was just behind that lead pack, almost makes it through, but gets into Patrick Gitter, turns just at the wrong time. And it is anarchy everywhere. And one driver that did make it through that, Clay Kirchenbauer, who now has the lead. Hey, good evening, Paulo. How's it going, buddy? So Clay makes it through. Looks like Brandon Newby made it through as well. Trying to get a look at some of these guys. A lot of drivers already back off pit road, but a lot of fast repairs just got used here. And am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Trying to see what car that is that looks like he's just driving sideways right now. That is Patrick Pieper. He's got significant damage, and it's obviously affecting the steering. Let's try and get a view from Justin Swafford's in-car camera here. See if we can see Pieper up ahead. There he is down on the apron now. And the back end is just trying to come around. That car is in some bad shape right now. Clay Kirchenbauer is saying, wait a minute. Clay, don't be texting and driving. Clay Kirchenbauer said he saw it coming a mile away. And it looks like Clay made it through it clean. Let's find out. Hey, Clay, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, I got you, Doug.
Hey, looked a little exciting up there, but you made it through.
Yeah, like I said in the text, I saw that. I saw it coming, man, and I was deliberating on whether or not to make it 3 wide to get in front of it, and risk causing that myself, or not. And I think I made the move at the right time through just a complete stroke of luck. So I'll take it.
I have to ask, when you came through that, were your eyes actually open?
It actually happened kind of to my right. If you look at my replay, not real exciting, but I got under I think it was the 4 there, and then I just saw Otto get turned right above me, and I just said, that's what I saw coming.
Well, man, a great job, and you make it through clean. Now you're up at the front. Try and keep them behind you.
I'm going to do my best. Thanks.
Clay Kirchenbauer started in 5th, up to 4th. Brandon Newby now in 2nd. Blake Veakin now up into 3rd. Swafford in 4th. James Silk in 5th. Pudge up to 6th. Daniel Simmons in 7th. Richie Joplin in 8th. Jeremy Edwards in 9th. Jamie Knopf in 10th. Newcomer Dave Bickner back in 11th. Otto Cruz in 12th. Drew Peacock in 13th. Aaron Brill 14th. And Robbie Allers, who called his shot before this one, is in 16th. I'm sorry, Robbie's in 15th. Looking back, we've got a few cars that have now gone a lap down due to that. Joshua Friel, Ryan McDaniel, Darren Silva, Sean Lesperance, Lance Spawnberg, and Patrick Gitter all 1 lap down. Jacob Morgan has made it out on track. He got in late, but he got in here. He is currently in 33rd, showing 7 laps down, it looks like. I have to say, though, Jacob Morgan is in a Jeff Gordon car. He can still make a comeback. Pace car is in the long drive toward the start-finish line. You know what? It's Talladega. Why don't I get quiet for a minute and let you guys crank it up? What a sight that is, but the sound even more amazing. On the restart, it looks like PJ Cox had some trouble. Oh, PJ is missing the entire front clip on his car. Looks like he did not get it repaired on pit road. He pulled aside and towed to pit road. Haven't looked back at the back of the field, but I imagine... Just looking to see if any more cars have significant damage here. Arrow's so big at this track, you've got to be able to get in the draft, make some moves, get some runs. Clay Kirchenbauer still holding the lead. Brandon Newby in second up on the high side. Justin Swafford now up in third. Swafford's got to be a little bit happy. Right now, Patrick Gitter is in 30th spot. If Gitter finishes that far back, this could change. This could be that moment that somebody else takes the championship lead and possibly ends up with the championship. Got one group up here at the front, about 11 cars, or 13 cars. James Silk at the back of these 13 cars right now. PJ Cox looks like he has gotten fixed up. He is on his way back out. Brandon Newby has crashed. Oh, looks like Newby just gets a bump draft there. Was trying to move down the track. Gets a big bump draft and gets turned into the inside wall. Jeremy Edwards in second. Just set the fastest lap of the race so far, a 48.9. Most of these laps will be in the 48.8, 48.9 range once they're up to full speed. Lap 20, at the end of this lap, we will have the stage caution. Can Blake Viken get it done here? Get the stage win and those bonus points. Blake currently in 13th spot. 19 points behind PJ Cox coming into tonight. This would be huge, especially with PJ as far back as he is. Talladega, when you're talking about championships, is the great equalizer. Here they come down toward the start-finish line. Blake is right up front. The 51 of Jeremy Edwards hops to the high side. It won't be enough. Blake Viken gets the stage win. You know what? That was so close. Let's just double check that. Again, gonna go to the chopper. Get to the chopper. Alright, I will not do that again. Edwards up on the high side. No, it is definitely Blake Viken at the line. Blake Viken, I do believe that is his first stage win of the season. And I would expect the vast majority of the field to be on pit road despite having pitted just 7 laps ago. Tires and top off on fuel to make sure they can make it through the next 20-lap stage. Our third caution of the night. This one, of course, for the stage break. And Blake Viken with his first stage win of the season. We'll wait for him to get his pit stop over with before, or at least get himself into pit road. Then we'll get a quick word with our stage winner, Jeremy Edwards. That was definitely a close one. And you know the drivers will be paying attention to where Jeremy made that move at, so that they can figure out, okay, where do I need to be on that final lap? Everybody on pit road. Justin Swafford already back off. Blake is on his way out. Hey Blake, it's Doug. You got me? Blake Viken, it's Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, congratulations on your first stage win of the season, buddy.
Thank you.
That got a little close there. Edwards got one heck of a run there, but you managed to keep the momentum.
Yeah, I knew as long as I could get clear of the 92 there and have Edwards just behind me just long enough, I think I knew I could have gotten.
Well, man, it's a great job. You came in tonight 13th in points with PJ all the way back there, and you getting the stage win. That's going to put you probably up to 12th, maybe even up to 11th. You're picking up a lot of points here tonight.
Yeah, hopefully. I had a few bad races not finishing, so any points I can get, I'm good.
Well, good luck, man. So far, so good. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Blake Viken definitely getting the job done early here. Justin Swafford, who came in tonight second in points, he is scored in the lead. We've got some cars right in front of him. They're looking to get waved back around to the lead lap. One of those cars looks to be Jacob Morgan, who again is about 6-7 laps down. He's got a lot of work to do to get back to the lead lap here, but with some of these other guys, Patrick Gitter's back on pit road. With some of these other guys looking for that wave around up at the front of the pack, if they can keep it going, Morgan will get the Morgan might get the lucky dog a few times. Being at the right place in the right time is definitely going to help him out. Good evening, Glenn. Pudge currently runs in 7th place. He's managed to... He got caught in the big one, but other than that, he has managed to stay in the top 10 all night long so far. Looking to close up that big gap on Jeremy Gardner. And Gardner not here tonight. He didn't make it, which is a bit of a shame because he had a great new paint scheme. Hopefully we'll get to see Gardner's paint scheme next week. Justin, normally I would argue with you on that one, but Justin Patterson saying there will be another big one. Yeah, probably. I would guess, I'm going to make a bold prediction here. We will either finish under a green-white checker due to a caution about lap 98, or we will see a big one after the white flag is flown. Swafford warming up the tires. Justin Swafford, Blake Veek, and Daniel Simmons auto crews. Clay Kirchenbauer, Jamie Knopf, Richie Joplin, Pudge, newcomer Dave Rickener, and Lonnie Roberts are your top 10. Patrick Pieper, Tyler Ott, James Silk, and Drew Peacock, as well as DP Riggins, take you to number 15. Richie Joplin, the Truck Series winner of 19 spots in 8th. Jamie Knopf, also of 19 spots. The biggest mover so far, Daniel Simmons, currently running in 3rd, up 23 spots so far tonight. Here they come down toward the start-finish line. Underway again. Swafford gets a good jump. Green is back in the air. Down into turn 1 again, a lap and a half to 2 laps before these guys are up to full speed here. And it looks like the pack a little bit broken up on this restart, but once they get grouped back together, they'll come charging forward. Patrick Pieper obviously got that issue he had earlier fixed. There's been a few times I've saw cars doing crab walks, but it's always hilarious to see. And it's not something you see very often. It takes a very hard hit to get the front end that messed up. Dean Webb leads his second big group. He is back in 12th. Tyler Ott there with him. Drew Peacock, James Silk, and Jeremy Edwards. Lead pack of about 11 cars. Patrick Pieper at the tail end. Dean Webb's got them lining up to start making their way forward. Here's an interesting question. All the guys have been in trouble tonight. They've all almost or been completely involved in the wrecks. Everybody being a little bit more patient in Stage 2. Could we see Stage 2 go completely green? Let me know what your thoughts are. Will Stage 2 be green? We know Stage 3 is likely to have that big one. XCal had a restrictor plate race last night, and only like the second restrictor plate race I have ever broadcast that went green to checkers with no caution throughout the whole event. It was a wild race. We saw a couple of incidents and a couple of guys sideways, but yeah, no cautions. It was pretty cool. Blake Veecken continuing to lead. He is up there on that high line. Some of the guys saying that high line's okay as long as you're alone, but if a car gets behind or gets underneath you, rather, oh, caution! James Silk involved, and Dave Bickner, also the newcomer, also involved. Oh, the 74 down low. That looks like the incident. He was trying to avoid it. I guess that answers the question about Stage 2, doesn't it? Dave Bickner shoots up to the high. Oh, there it is. That outside line being so difficult to run. The vast majority of the cars, only one car got caught in that. And I do believe it was James Silk. Yep, James Silk in the 74, he got low to avoid it. A bit of a heartbreak for two of the newest drivers in the league here tonight. Paulo, yeah. Blake Viken continuing to lead Auto Cruz, now up to second. Daniel Simmons up 21 spots. Richie Joplin up 21. Jamie Knopf up 18. Lonnie Roberts up 19 spots. Tyler Ott up 16 spots into 14th. Pace car leading him around. It looks like Swafford. Nope, he's faking it. Let's see if we can get a quick word with Justin. Hey, Justin, it's Doug. You got me?
10-4.
Hey, you got to be a little bit psyched right now with Patrick Gitter so far back that as of right now, you close that points gap up massively.
Yeah, it don't matter. It's DEGA. He's back there just waiting for the end. Watch about 10 laps. He'll be up here giving me the bumper.
Well, he is a lap down at the moment, but I got to ask, man, it's getting a little exciting up here at times. How are you feeling about it tonight?
Well, we burned through our fast repair already, so that's already a negative for us. But just taking it easy, hopefully staying out of trouble.
Are you going to be able to keep it up front? Is that your goal, just to stay up front to try and avoid the any more accidents?
Yeah, we don't want to be in it, so it's best to stay ahead of it or way behind it. And right now, I think we're ahead of it, so we'll try and stay right here.
Well, good luck, man. Sucks that you've used your fast repair, but obviously you're fast up here in the top 10 and having a great run.
Yeah, thank you.
Justin Swafford currently in third. Daniel Simmons, we'll have to talk to him in a bit. Man, what a good run he has had. Lights are back on the pace car. Looked like they were getting ready to stack up. We'll see if they make the call and turn the lights back off here in a moment. May not actually get to talk to Daniel Simmons. I don't see him available to talk to. Currently runs in 5th, up 21 spots. As mentioned, Richie in 6th. Jamie Knopf in 7th. Richie up 21. Jamie up 18th. And Lonnie Roberts hanging out back there in 10th. In 10th, up 19 spots. Try and get a word with him later as well. Looks like the name of the game tonight is going to be wreck avoidance and attrition being a big issue. Lights are out on the pace car. We'll go green next time. Ryan McDaniel did get back to the lead lap. Sean Lesperance, Lance Sponberg, PJ Cox, Joshua Friel, Patrick Gitter all 1 lap down. Dave Bickner and James Silk still on pit road. They're going to lose a couple of laps here. Jacob Morgan still about 6 laps down here, trying to make his way up after not getting the start. And James Smith back in last place, 7 laps down. Sean Lesperance 1 lap down, looking to get his lap back and get up here into the fight. Blake Viken will lead him down again. Hey, good evening, David Michael Lee. How's it going tonight, man? Clay currently running in 4th. Blake Viken about to lead him down. Pace car drops in. Here they come. Blake Viken controlling the restart here. Auto Cruz up on the high line. Auto has not led a lap yet tonight. As they go back to green, guys looking for every bonus point they can get as we get later into the season. Auto up on the high side, and Swafford's going to come by on the bottom. Remember, the drivers did say earlier that bottom line feels a bit slow, but that top line, it's a little bit tricky up there. Car constantly trying to get loose on you. Patrick Pieper and Pudge Nowski nose to tail. Oh, Pudge has got a bit of a blink on. You heard him mention during pre-race that he had some technical difficulties earlier tonight. Hopefully those do not creep back. Those technical difficulties don't creep back out. And remember, Pudge will be streaming on the new Roku Sim Racing Network this weekend. I believe he said Saturday night. I have to agree, Leslie. I think Sean is still in this fight as Justin Swafford goes back to the lead. David, I hope you get some rest tonight, buddy. I know what you mean. It's been a long week. Swafford now in the lead. Blake Viken, Auto Cruz, Daniel Simmons, and Clay Kirchenbauer in the top 5. Looking a little further back, Lonnie Roberts still hanging out right around the top 10. He's currently in 12th. Aaron Brill now up 10 spots into 13th. Brill was very fast in practice. Brandon Newby back in 14th. Jared Woodard now up to 15th. Tyler Ott, one of the drivers, much like Sean Lesperance, these two guys are always coming from the back, charging up through the field. They do an amazing job. Tyler already up 12 spots into 18th. Colby Whipple, he was caught up in that big one. The car is repaired, but he has dropped back to 18th now. Although it does look like Whipple is starting to build a little momentum, he has picked up a couple of spots. Russell Worth there in the Hot Wheels car, not really running for the title after missing several races this season, but having some great races here lately. He has gotten caught up in some trouble. But you don't count him out until the checkered flag drops. Leslie, not as of right now, but I would absolutely love the opportunity to. So if you know somebody with that sim racing network, put in a good word. That would definitely be extremely cool to get the Nowski Nation on the Roku. Hey, good evening, Richie. Huge shout out to my production crew who just brought me a Gatorade. Blake Viken back to the lead. Everybody still side by side playing it patiently as we come down toward the end of stage 2. The caution will fly at the end of lap 40 and we'll go into stage 3, which will require a pit stop. Hopefully we see a little green flag pit stops, and things get really exciting at Talladega when you get green flag stops. Just watching them dive onto pit road at Talladega, that's really cool. Although I can tell you from experience, if you're in the car diving, oh! Swafford, it looks like he might have gotten a little bit of a bad bump there. He got a little sideways. As I say, in the car as a driver, coming to pit road at Talladega, man, that is sketchy. Hey, Richie, how's it going, bud? I can tell you, and I'm sure Richie West in the comments would agree with me on one thing. You come to pit road at Talladega under green flag conditions, you're holding your breath. You have to come in a group. You have to have a pack to draft with to get back up to speed. So everybody's coming down pit road all at once. You're nose to tail trying to brake. You have to watch your mirror to make sure you don't get hit from behind. You have to watch in front of you to make sure you don't speed onto pit road. And too much brake, you will send the back end around and send you through the grass. So it is very, very difficult under green flag conditions, and very, very, very tricky to come down with enough speed that you don't lose time, but not so much that you get a speeding penalty, and making sure you brake right to not get hit. Probably one of the hardest pit roads to get on. Richie Joplin has cracked into the top 10 now, currently running in 8th, up 19 spots. Biggest mover, though, is still Daniel Simmons, who's currently running in 2nd place, up 24 spots. Patrick Gitter, 1 lap down, has put himself in position to get back to the lead lap if he can hang on to that position until this caution comes out. And it looks like Blake may do it again here. Should see the caution, but Blake Viken was leading at the end of that lap. Richie said pure chaos coming to pit road. Yes, indeed. No caution yet for the stage break. A bit of a surprise here. They might have changed. Oh, caution. There it is. But Drew Peacock crashed. Let's see if it was for that or... Oh, Drew just comes down across the nose of Sean Lesperotz and ends up in the wall. Looks like Ryan McDaniel also gets caught. Ryan right behind. Oh, a little bumping and banging down the front straightaway. Couple more cars getting out. I believe one of those was Brandon Newby. And the other one, Brody Green, that gets caught up in it. Blake Viken still up in the lead. Daniel Simmons in second. Jamie Knopf in third. Pudge in fourth. Justin Swafford in fifth. They all check up, finally catching up to the pace car. Lonnie Roberts was up fighting in the top 10 earlier, is back, almost got caught in that incident a moment ago. Now back in 17th, but it does look like the car is clean, and it looks like we are going to see everybody on pit road. I also do believe Patrick Gitter was the first car one lap down. He will get the lucky dog and go to the lead here at Talladega, or go back to the lead lap here at Talladega. Swafford hits his pit box. Jeremy Edwards in his. Clay Kirchenbauer in his. Everybody trying to get... And it looks like Pudge is going to win the race off pit road. Blake Viken comes out in second. Richie in third. Dean Webb now up into fourth. Otto Cruz now up into fifth. Russell Worth now up in sixth place. Russell, another one charging forward. Let's see if Russell's got his mic issues. We usually have a little problem, but let's see if we can talk to him. Hey, Russell, it's Doug. You got me? Hey, Russell, it's Doug in the booth. You got me? Looks like Russell is still having some technical difficulties there. But let's see if we can get a quick word with our points leader. Hey, Patrick, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, sir, I got you.
Hey, been a bit of a rough ride for you tonight, but do believe you are back on the lead lap, sir.
Yeah, man, this super speedways are tough, man. I don't know what it is. I can't ever seem to have an easy start to finish run at these places, so just happy to be back on the lead lap here, and still got some work to do to make it to the field, so definitely got my work cut out for me.
You definitely do, man. It has been a wild one out there, and we have seen it and heard it about that outside line getting a really sketchy, especially with a car underneath you. When you get three wide, it's obviously going to be substantially worse, but as you have to work your way forward, how much are you willing to risk that three wide move?
Man, it all depends on time of the race and how desperate the guys are going to be to make up some spots. early on, early in the race, towards the front, I honestly I preferred the outside line. I mean, it was a lot more stable. Outside line was pretty fast. I know on the inside line, it's kind of sketchy through the tribal. But it just depends on, the time of the race. You might see guys settle in here for the next 20, 30 laps, and then 20 to go, you might see some moves. So we'll see what happens.
All right, man. Good luck.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Doug.
Well, Patrick Gitter, the points leader, back on the lead lap. Still 23 cars of the 33 that started this race. Still 23 on the lead lap. Several drivers just one lap down trying to fight their way back to the lead lap as well. I expect they're going to get an opportunity. At least one more opportunity for drivers to get back on the lead lap, I'd imagine. As we get ready for that long run to the finish, it'll be lap 45 when they hit the start-finish line, and it is time for them to go racing. They'll have at least one green flag stop, or hopefully green flag. They'll have at least one more stop in this race. A lot of drivers in the field, a lot of drivers on the lead lap, a lot of drivers still have an opportunity to win here. As long as you're on the lead lap, it ain't over till that last lap. It ain't over till you come out of turn 4. And sometimes, as we saw in the truck series, it ain't over until you cross that start-finish line. In Russell Worth's case, backward. I'm sorry, in Richie Joplin's case, backwards. Pace car is in the long drive back to the start-finish line. Pudge in control here. Ryan McDaniel is done for tonight. It sucks. Hate to hear it, but Pudge has a blink on the restart. A heartbreaking night for Ryan McDaniel, already out of the race. Is that Russell Worth looking to the high side? Is he going to make it 3 wide here? Looking to the outside on Otto. Otto moves up a line. And I do believe further back in the field we saw, no 3 wide back here. Aaron Brill, we saw him late in that stage, starting to charge his way forward. Look at Jamie Knopp, who has been in the top 10 tonight, laying back, getting a run here. Mid-pack, everybody settled in, just being patient. Ryan McDaniel picking Pudge for the win here. And I did hear this morning watching that video. Caution! Pudge will run anything, anytime, anywhere. As long as it's Talladega, he'll run any car here. Oh, we've got a car flipping. I believe that is Newbie. It is Newbie. What the heck happened to Newbie? Brody Green caught up in it again. PJ Cox, Jeremy Edwards. There was a car almost, I'm not sure who that was, down on the bottom, extremely slow. Newbie had cars on the high side, nowhere to go. You got to be impressed, though. That was a... let's take a look at Brandon Newbie flying again. Wow, what a rough way for this to go. Not sure if Newbie still has a fast repair or not. I do believe he was caught in one of the earlier incidents. So Blake Viken is leading again. Pudge in second. Dean now in third. Richie now in fourth. Otto Cruz in fifth. Pudge tries to fake to pit road. Lonnie Roberts is charged back up just outside of the top 10 again. Dean Webb currently in third. Let's see if we can get a word with Dean. Hey, thank you for the stars. Really appreciate it, y'all. Hey, Dean, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, buddy, what's up?
You've definitely had an eventful and fun night so far.
Yeah, I got caught up in the big one.
Yes, you did. It's been a bit exciting out there, and doesn't look like anybody's playing a whole lot of patience here. Everybody's going for it about every lap.
Yeah, I think we're all just trying to find the best guy to draft with and try to make it to the end here.
It's definitely going to come down to a race of attrition now. I'm assuming you did have to use your fast repair during that big one.
Oh, yeah, we're out of fast repair.
I imagine the vast majority of the field, though, is out of fast repair at this point.
It's got to be at least half, if not all of us.
How are you feeling about your chances here tonight? I keep hearing the car's a bit of a handful, and guys are really enjoying it.
Oh, man, they're racy as hell, but you get a weird aero push with some of the, depending on where you are in the line, so it's like a give and take, and you're trying to take all you can get.
Well, that's definitely the case, although I have to wonder, Dean, you're driving a Ford, are you worried about spontaneous combustion or just a massive explosion under the hood at some point?
Well, it comes out of the shop with a, lifter ticking, so hopefully she holds together before the end here.
Well, good luck, man. Hopefully that lifter stays in place.
Thanks, buddy.
Dean Webb definitely having some fun out there. Despite everything that's happened on track and a vast majority of the field, over half the field being involved in an incident so far, everybody's still in good spirits. Tells you how much fun these guys are having out there tonight. It's fun to drive Talladega in a car that you actually have to drive. I'll tell you one that is really fun here tomorrow, really fun to run at Talladega and Daytona is the old car of tomorrow, because it is unrestricted in a draft. You can get up to 250 miles an hour, but man, you got to get out of the gas going into the turns or that thing is going around. These cars, while they still have a restrictor plate on them, but they are flying around this track and they are a handful. All right, lights are out on the pace car. We're getting ready to go racing again. And it'll be right at 50 laps when they hit the start-finish line. Just past halfway, we saw some drivers on pit road. Obviously, the guys involved in that incident, but Daniel Simmons and Jamie Knopp also going into top off on fuel. Sean Lesperance went in and got fuel. PJ Cox, Jacob Morgan, Patrick Gitter went to pit road for fuel. So some of the drivers back at the back taking a chance here. Topping off on fuel, see if they can play a little bit of strategy. Ryan, I have driven it. I've driven this car on, I think I actually drove it at Daytona, and it was still a ton of fun. Probably one of the most fun cars to drive here. Blake Viken just about developed a little bit of a blink. Everything looks okay right now. Pudge having some issues earlier as well. Hopefully those things stabilize for him. Worth noting, as they come down to the start-finish line, not a big deal with the blinking right now, but one thing that is an issue is when they disappear on track. Wait for it. Green flag back in the air. When they disappear on track at full speed, the car behind loses that draft because the simulator just says, hey, there is not a car there. So that arrow effect goes away as well. That could be a huge deal late in a race. Blake Viken out front with Dean Webbs in second. Pudge now in third. Otto in fourth. Richie in fifth. The top five getting single file. What is this? Blake down to the bottom. Oh, he's blinking even more. Lets everybody get by on the high side. Hopefully that'll clear up here in a minute as he's side by side with Richie and Swafford. And look who's up here in the top 10 now. Russell Worth. Now up into 7th place, one of his best runs since his return mid-season. Russell is back in the Chevy tonight, so he does have that going for him. Russell just looking for a place to slot himself back into the bottom line. There is a second pack further back, led by Sean Lesperance, a lap down with Lance Spawnberg, Jamie Knopf, some of those guys involved in that, Daniel Simmons. James Smith also in that group. Those guys currently about 1.5 seconds back from the lead pack, just playing it safe for now. Brenda, I have to agree, the Chevy is definitely helping Russell out tonight. It has been a while. Great to see you back in the comment section, Brenda. Otto Cruz up to the high side looking to make a move. He's got Richie Joplin with him. Blake Viken looks like things have settled down for him as far as the connection's concerned. He's looking to make his way back up to the front. Clay Kirchenbauer, who's been outside the top 10 for a little bit, now back up into 7th. Russell is definitely doing really good tonight. Currently running in 9th, just hanging out just inside the top 10. And looks like most of this top 10 sitting side by side. Nobody making any major moves or trying to force an issue anywhere right now. I'm so surprised at how much these cars really move around here. You know what? Aaron Brill has a really good view from where he's sitting. What do you say we take a lap inside the 70 car as they come across the start-finish line down into turn number 1. Down through 1 and 2. You see that bottom line move forward through the corners. Pretty common to see, but that outside line just gets such a good run up by the wall on the straightaways. That draft is so helpful. Aaron hanging back just a little bit, buying himself a little time if something goes wrong to try and avoid it here. Back down toward the start-finish line he goes. The start-finish line. Whoa, we've got a car. Had a car go off track. I believe that was Jeremy Edwards. behind. Caution. Lonnie Roberts is caught up in it. Lonnie, another one having a great night tonight, just gets bit by the bad luck. Oh, Whipple just clips him. Let's take a look at Colby Whipple as they come through there. Oh, Colby just, they're moving around so much. Colby couldn't do anything there. Hard hit for Colby as well. Let's take a look at this from his angle and see if he got any of the wall here. He gets clipped from behind, drifts it down the back straightaway. Car directly behind gets the wall. I believe Tyler Ott. A rough break for Tyler Ott here tonight. And Dean Webb now in the lead with Pudge in second, Swafford in third, Darren Silva in fourth. Haven't talked to, let's wait and see if these guys hit pit road here. Then we'll see if we can get a word with Darren. He's another one having a great night, up 18 spots into fourth. And they are going to come to pit road. The vast majority do. Swafford, the lonely man out there, up in the lead. The only driver not coming to pit road here. No, DP Riggins also stays out. Looks like Jamie Knopf, Daniel Simmons, and maybe one or two more, as here comes Darren Silva back up off pit road. 2 tires and fuel. Holy cow. It's a drag race to the line. Pieper comes out ahead. Hey, Darren, it's Doug in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Doug, how's it going?
Hey, pretty good, man. You've had quite an exciting night.
Yeah, from getting caught up in that first one and missing the next couple and making my way slowly back up, man, it's been a blast.
Coming into pit road, you had picked up 18 spots up in fourth. Can you do it again, and can you get all the way back up there and win this thing?
Hoping so, but well, we'll see. It's a long race. Still got about 40 to go, so as long as I can stay out of the wrecks, pick the right lane for the draft, we'll see what we can do.
Have you found a preference both in which lane you want to be in, and have you found somebody you're working well with in the draft?
Anybody in a Chevy, man. These Chevys don't like to link up with those Fords very well.
I mean, let's be honest, nobody likes to link up with a Ford.
Ain't that the truth?
Good luck, man. You had such a charge through the field. Hopefully you can keep it going.
Thank you, Doug.
Darren Silva currently scored back in 19th, but he has charged up almost 20 spots earlier in the race. Expect him to do it again. Swafford, man, him and DP Riggins, Jamie Knopf, Daniel Simmons, these 4 guys, it's been about 8 laps since they've been to pit road. Fuel strategy, I don't know. It depends on when or if the next caution falls, whether or not this fuel strategy is going to pay off. But Swafford's got himself up front, as has DP. So these guys got a much better chance of survival now. Everybody coming back off pit road as they stack back up for the restart. Justin Swafford, DP Riggins on the front row. Jamie Knopf, Daniel Simmons on the second. Pudge and Dean Webb on the third. Otto Cruz, Richie Joplin on the fourth. And look who's up in the fifth row with Clay Kirchenbauer. It's the points leader, Patrick Gitter. Blake Viken in 11th, Patrick Pieper in 12th, Robbie Allers back there with Russell Worth, 13th and 14th, and Aaron Brill, who has came through this field a couple of times tonight, back there in 15th. Russell Worth also hanging out back there. Justin Swafford going to lead them down here. First time we've seen DP Riggins out in the front tonight. Will he fight to put himself in the lead here? Pace car dropping in. Down through the trial they go. Justin just waiting for Barney the flagman. Green flag is back in the air. They are away again. 40 to go at the line. They will need one more stop from here to make it on fuel. DP Riggins in that outside line falling back just a little bit. It takes that outside line a little bit longer to get up to full speed, but man, once they do on the straightaways, it's hard to beat that outside line. Probably the best way around this track in one of these stock cars is to be on the bottom through the turns, let the car drift out toward the wall, then back down to the bottom through the next set of turns. But rarely do you get to use up the whole track, and most of these drivers, once they're up front, just hug the bottom to not give anybody behind a chance to pass. Outside line as they come up to full speed, finally starting to march back up. And another concern here tonight that these guys are having to watch. They get close, they get nose to tail out here. Sometimes you see them bump drafting, but you'll see these guys duck out on the straightaways from time to time. They've got to get some cool air to the engine so it doesn't blow up and overheat. DP Riggins up top. Swafford is in the sucker hole. He's going backwards. Who's it going to be at the line? It is DP Riggins leading for the first time tonight. Jamie Knopf now leading that bottom line. Swafford falling back. Sean Lesperance is in position to get the wave around if the caution comes out again. Does look like Sean still has a little bit of damage on that car. DP Riggins up in the lead again, and he's getting a massive push from Dean Webb. Oh, Dean taps the wall and shoots to the bottom. Dean Webb now going for the lead. Gutsy move by Dean here. A little bit early to be making a crazy move like that, but Dean is one of the best. Dean Webb and Jamie Knopf leading on that bottom line. Looking through the field here to see if we got anybody getting crazy. This second pack still hanging out back here, led by Aaron Brill. A little bit of a gap, about half a second between them and that lead pack. Jacob Morgan, since getting out on track late, has only made up one of his laps so far tonight. Likely not going to be able to get himself back on the lead lap. However, due to attrition, Jacob's up to 26th right now. So staying in this, and when we expect another big one, you know, it might pay off to hang out. Plus, Jacob has not been caught in any incidents so far. Dean Webb continuing to lead, but now Richie Joplin at the front of the outside line. He's got Swafford right on his back bumper, helping push him, and look who's up in 7th. Patrick Gitter is there. I guarantee you Swafford is not happy looking in his mirror right now. Last thing Swafford really wants is seeing his rival in the points right on his back bumper up here at the front, because for a while Patrick Gitter was a lap down, and Swafford, due to the positions, would have picked up a bunch of points tonight. But now Gitter back on the lead lap. Swafford ain't going to pick up much. Richie Joplin trying to make his way to the lead now. They're side by side, 2 by 2, seeing a lot of patience here in the final stage. Guys just trying to hold on, keep them out of trouble. Darren Silva currently in 16th and leading that second pack. Aaron Brill has managed to catch back up almost to the lead pack. Aaron just 0.3 of a second behind, fully in the draft on Jarrett Woodard right now. And look at the closing rate Jacob Morgan has in the draft right now. It just comes shooting up, trying to put himself in position for a waiver round if the caution were to come back out. If he can get to the front of the lead pack and get in front of the leaders if the caution comes out, he'll be able to get one of his laps back. He is in the Superman car tonight. Can he fly it around? All quiet out front right now. Sean Lesperant's ensuring that he stays right where he needs to be to get a wave around here as well. Also hanging out at the back of the pack, it looks like a spoiler is up in the air. Gonna make it very difficult if he gets back on the lead lap to get up to the front and win. But he can fight his way up and easily take second. He's having no problem staying in the draft, but the higher rear spoiler and the right front damage on that car, he's going to lose speed if he gets out of the draft. Richie and Dean still have the front row as they come around to get 30 laps to go. Patrick Pieper, who earlier in the race had gotten involved in the big one, and that car was crab walking around the track. And he's got that car fixed. Now back up in the top 10. Blake Veakin still holding on to it up front. It's getting a little dicey up here by Justin Swafford. Sean Lesperance jumps to the high side. He's going to drift to the back of this pack. I'm sorry, that was not Sean. Sean is back. Oh! We've got a car in the wall. Is that Richie? It is Richie Joplin in the wall. He's able to get it back down, but lost a bunch of spots. See if we can see what happened to Richie here. Coming down the back straightaway towards turn 3, he was doing perfectly fine. We saw Swafford drop into the back of the field. He's got Gitter all over the back bumper. Oh! He gets a little bit of a tap from Pudge. The car getting that little push in the middle of the turn. Richie now back in 15th after being in the top 3. Trying to get a look and see if he's got any significant damage. Hopefully just a little bit of a scrape. Looks like he just scuffed the paint a little bit, but enough that slowed him down. Now he's got to make up all that ground all over again. He did it once. Can he do it again? Meanwhile, now that outside line is being led by Patrick Gitter. He's got Clay Kirchenbauer right there with him, helping push him around. Otto Cruz is also there. Oh! Big wreck! Caution! I believe Jacob Morgan was involved in that. And it looks like Robbie Allers. Jacob gets a run up on the high side. Oh, Allers comes up, doesn't know that Morgan's got the run. Great save by everybody back behind. And Allers actually ends up with a little bit of aero damage. Could he possibly be having some steering? Nope, it looks like he's got her straightened out. And I do believe this will put Lesperance back on the lead lap. And Patrick Gitter in the lead for the first time tonight. Jamie Knopf now in 4th. Patrick Pieper in 5th, lap 73. I don't think the drivers can make it from here on fuel, but I guarantee you we're going to see some of them hit pit road to top off. Patrick Gitter, Dean Webb, Clay Kirchenbauer, Jamie Knopf, Patrick Pieper, your top 5. Daniel Simmons, Otto Cruz, Pudge, Blake Veakin, Russell Worth rounding out the top 10. Jarrett Woodard in 11th. Richie now up into 12th. Lonnie in 13th. Darren Silva in 14th. Aaron Brill in 15th. Once they catch the pace car, fully expect to see Lesperance come flying around the field, as he should be the lucky dog on this one. And we are seeing the leaders on pit road. Lesperance coming to pit road here as well. Jeremy Edwards coming around. It looks like he may be going back to the lead lap. No, he was more than one lap down. Looks like he is getting one of his laps back. L'Esperance on pit road. We'll see if he gets his wave around. And Justin Swafford comes off pit road with the lead. Patrick Gitter in second. Dean Webb in third. Clay in fourth. Otto in fifth. Pudge in sixth. Patrick Pieper in seventh. Russell Worth in eighth. Looks like Jamie Knopf is going to be ninth. And Daniel Simmons in 10th. Blake Veekin still holding on in 11th. Lonnie Roberts in 12th. Jarrett Woodard 13th. PJ Cox in 14th, Darren Silva 15th. Sean L'Esperance still back here at the back of the field, waiting to see if he gets the lucky dog and gets waved around here. And we've got one car at the back of the field. Looks like a modified. We saw that another driver with that earlier on. That's newcomer Dave Beckner. We saw another driver earlier on running that, trying to run without the without the front clip on, and it caused some major issues. We'll have to see if that is the case here again. Sean L'Esperance looks like, yep, he is coming up to speed. He is going to get, well, moved up in front of Tyler Ott. Thought he was getting waved around there for a moment. Apparently not. As the drivers stack back up for the restart. Rob, man, I thought you had it too. What a battle you had tonight, but Talladega reaches out and bites you when you least expect it, and definitely when you least want it. The top two in points are side by side for the restart. Rob Allers officially listed as out of the race now. Brandon Newby still on pit road. Bickner 29 laps down at the moment. Friel out, McDaniel out, Silk out. Patrick Gitter got the win last week at Nashville Super Speedway. Will he be able to do it again here tonight? Can Justin Swafford pull off a win here tonight, or will it be Clay Kirchenbauer getting his first win of the season? Pace car is in. Something happened to Sean L'Esperance on the back straightaway. As soon as we get back to green, we'll take a look at that. Green flag is in the air, 25 laps to go. Everybody stopped under that caution. It may be close, but I think they can make it the distance. Let's see what happened to L'Esperance while they were under caution here. Jacob Morgan had to drop down. Oh, everybody checked up. Morgan was trying to avoid somebody. L'Esperance's bad luck just keeps on coming. What a heartbreak for a guy who was extremely fast running with the leaders even though he was one lap down. Otto Cruz, Justin Swafford, Dean Webb, Patrick Gitter, Patrick Pieper all in the top 5. Otto all over the back bumper of Dean Webb. Swafford getting help from Patrick Gitter. Clay Kirchenbauer still in the mix up here as well. How he avoided that first big one, still amazing. And kept himself in contention all night. In fact, I don't believe Clay has been involved in any incidents yet tonight. He might be one of the few drivers left on track still has a fast repair. Daniel Simmons in 7th. Pudge currently runs 8th. Russell Worth in 9th. Lonnie Roberts in 10th. Darren Silva in 11th. Lance Sponberg. Lance has been very quiet all night long. Started on the front. Oh, we've got drivers below the white line. I do believe they have the yellow line rule in effect tonight. No passing below the yellow. Not sure why all 3 of them ended up underneath. Might have been an issue. Nobody made a pass. Meanwhile, Swafford gets the nose ahead as they come to the line. It's Swafford at the line. Dean Webb, though, with the push from Otto, moves back and gets his nose back ahead. Top 8, 2 by 2, and back behind them, they've all gone single file for the moment. Sean L'Esperance, more aero damage, but still hanging on, hoping for that wave around to get him back to the lead lap. And what a run for Russell Worth tonight as well. Now up in 9th, and Lonnie Roberts, who was caught in the previous incident, still holding on to 10th. Team Swafford dropping in the comments, let him know they are counting on him to get the win tonight, since a lot of that team is out of the race. Starting to see some of the drivers at the back who are single file. Holy cow, Lonnie gets a bit of a push as he goes through the turn. These cars just so unstable because of the speed they have, because of the power they have, because of the lack of downforce that they have. They are a handful here. Jacob Morgan still hanging out at the back of the lead pack, still several laps down, but showing he has still got speed. Just letting everybody know, if he had got in here on time, he might be up there battling for the win. Richie starting to make his way forward again, now back up into 12th. Remember, Richie, when he won the truck race here last season, he was outside of the top 10 with about 5 laps to go. Still managed to charge through the field, avoid some last lap chaos, and pull off a win. So many drivers still in this fight. Top 13 still all nose to tail, side by side. What's going on here? Oh, that's what's going on. They cleared the racetrack. No caution yet. There it is. Caution is out. Auto Cruz and Dean Webb involved in this one. Dean down below. Oh, Dean was down below the start finish line. Auto moving around. Patrick Pieper right there. It looks like Auto tries to move down. Didn't know Pieper had gotten his nose just barely in there. Auto Cruz and Dean Webb looks like minimal damage, but they both go way back. Clay Kirchenbauer now up in third, Pudge in fourth, Russell in fifth. Swafford in the lead, though. Looks like Otto's got very minimal damage on the car, if any at all. Trying to get a look at Dean's car. He's got some right front damage as everybody comes in. And no, not everybody comes in. The top 5 all stay, or most of the top 5 stays out. Russell Worth moving up into 5th, Richie into 6th, Darren into 7th, Patrick Pieper into 8th, Lance Sponberg in 9th, Lonnie Roberts in 10th. But it is still Swafford, Gitter, Kirchenbauer, and Pudge and Russell Worth. The top 5, they all stay out. And Sean Lesperance gets his wave around. He is going to be back on the lead lap. With the damage Lesperance has unlikely to pull off the win here tonight, but he was still at speed in the draft, could still work his way all the way to second, and maybe with a little bit of luck on the last lap, he could still get it done. Leslie, I knew you'd be cheering for that one. Auto Cruz back at the back, still in this fight. Sean coming back around. PJ Cox has been back there lurking most of the race. Let's see if we can talk to him real quick. Hey, PJ, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey Doug, how's it going, man?
Hey, pretty good. You had a rough start to this one, but man, it looks like you still got some speed in that car.
Yeah, still fighting a little bit of damage. Not as fast as we want to be, but it's turned out a little better than what I expected earlier.
Well, do you have something to get up there and get a top 5 finish tonight? I see you've got some right front damage still, but in the draft, you seem to be able to hang with everybody.
I think so. Once we get in the pack, get in the mix and get in that air bubble, I think we'll be all right.
Well, man, good luck. I know early on it was rough, but you have kept lurking back there in the back. Looking forward to seeing what you do here at the end.
Yeah, forward, man. I appreciate it.
PJ Curley scored in 19th, but as you heard, once he's in the draft, he's still got enough speed to move himself up into the top 5. Ryan McDaniel makes a valid point about Les Bronze. No bumper, less drag, and more speed. Lot of cheering for Blake Viken, Darren Silva as well. Casey Crawford cheering on Darren. Darren has been just quietly up there in this fight. We talked to him earlier. He was pretty confident. Car's in good shape, and he's already up 14 spots. So what's another 7? Richie Joplin back up in 6th place. He's had a wild night. Yep, Pudge is up there currently running in 4th, and other than getting a little damage in the big one, he's actually had a really good, consistent, quiet night as well. And Clay Kirchenbauer might be the only driver on track that has gone the whole race undamaged. He might be the only driver out on track that still has a fast repair available if he gets caught up in a big one. Pace car dropping in. Justin Swafford leads them down. There's a car blinking back there. It is Darren Silva, I do believe. Green flag back in the air. 13 laps to go at Talladega. Justin Swafford this time moving up to the high line, leaving the bottom open. Clay Kirchenbauer is going to take advantage, and Russell Worth is going to come with him. Darren Silva also on that bottom line will get a chance to pull up. That outside line is moving right now. Russell is now caught up to Kirchenbauer. Patrick Gitter drops down to the bottom. Gitter going to the lead for the first time tonight. Swafford still fighting back up on the high side. Coming down to the line, it is Swafford at the line this time. That top 8, side by side, all the way around the track. The number 70 of Aaron Brill, quiet night. Actually, not that quiet. He's been caught in a few things. But still in this fight and hanging on to a top 10 spot right now as Russell Worth gets a little bit of a push going through 3 and 4. Comes up. Richie has to... Oh! Russell and Pudge touch. Russell manages to pull her back down. Boy, it's getting a... Russell and Pudge touch again. Russell's in the grass. Can he save it? He holds it down on the bottom. Several close calls there. Most of the drivers saying that outside line was the scariest point. They're 3 wide back behind. As Lonnie Roberts starts to fall back, he gets trapped in that middle line. I imagine a few drivers just took a big deep breath after that mess. Pudge now leading the outside line. Oh! Seen a couple of guys get squirrely up there. As Richie trying to fight his way, it's 3 wide right behind him. Lance Spawnberg, Blake Viken. Colby Whipple starting to make his way forward. They swallow up Richie. Dean Webb, Auto Cruz after that incident that brought out the caution, trying to work their way back to the front. Patrick Pieper slides down in front of Spawnberg. 10 laps to go. It'll be 9 at the line. Gitter leads at the line that time. Swafford and Kirchenbauer on the bottom, getting help from Darren Silva. And here comes Aaron Brill to help out on the bottom. Sean Lesperant's hanging out in that second pack right now with Brody Green. PJ Cox is in that group as well. Lonnie Roberts did drop to the back of the lead pack for the moment. Expect this is when it's going to start getting wild. As guys are going to be very aggressive. Dean Webb, Auto Cruz trying to work together to work their way back toward the front. Blake Viken leading that high line of that second pack as they come by Spawnberg. Lead pack about 10 cars, 9 or 10 cars in that lead pack. Oh! Swafford almost had a problem down the back straightaway. Pudge dropping to the bottom. Gitter moves down. Now Daniel Simmons, no help ahead. He's leading the outside line, but right behind him is Jamie Knopf. Patrick Gitter hops back into the high line, and here we go. Pudge to the lead. Colby Whipple has wrecked behind. No caution yet. See what happened to Whipple. Colby Whipple there in the middle. Oh! Gets together with, I believe that was Richie. Pudge now in the lead. Take a quick look back. Richie now out of the lead draft, and that car appears to have some issues after the contact. That outside line unable to form up a cohesive unit to make a move now, but Clay Kirchenbauer at the lead. Patrick Gitter on his bumper. Pudge starts to blink. And Kirchenbauer and Gitter go to the front. Can they move down in time? Gitter stays up high. Kirchenbauer stays up high. We might see Clay Kirchenbauer lead his first lap here tonight. Oh, they're wrecking behind. No, they save. No, they don't. Caution is out. Jamie Knopf involved. Looks like Lance Spawnberg may have been caught in this as well. Darren Silva. Oh, Darren and V can get to... Holy cow, Jamie flies. Lonnie Roberts gets caught in this. Otto Cruz also caught in it. That just ended the night for a lot of drivers. Dean Webb caught in it. That second pack that was way behind this wreck might be the luckiest ones out there. Aaron Brill also caught in this. Remember, a lot of these drivers have already used their fast repair. And a lot of good cars currently sitting on pit road. Let's take a look at what happened with Darren Silva here. You see Darren down on the bottom as they go through the turn. He was given a massive push. Just looks like the back end tried to step out on him. A heartbreak for Silva. He's got a little bit of damage. He might still be okay. They're going to come around. By the time this caution completes, we should see a green and white checkered finish. Let's check on Jamie Knopf. I do believe he is out of the infield care center. Hopefully he's still in one piece. It looks like Jamie may have already left the Discord. I'm not seeing him available. Otto Cruz is definitely hating his luck right now. This may come down to a battle between Clay Kirchenbauer and Nowski. The top two in points, Justin Swafford, Patrick Gitter, also up here. Lights are out on the pace car. We will get a green-white checkered finish. Ryan McDaniel is torn between seeing his team leader Justin Swafford win versus seeing Pudge win, but Clay Kirchenbauer up there has just been biding his time the whole race. Managed to stay up there, stay clean. He might be one to watch. Russell Worth is now up there. Sean Lesperance is back in the lead pack, up to 12th now. Richie Joplin back in 15th as well. We know he knows how to win this one. And the checkered flag just came out? I'm wondering if we ran out of time. Time ended, race. It comes to a conclusion a few laps early, and Pudge gets the win. Clay comes home second, Justin in third. Oh, the pace car is going to drop in and let him go across the start-finish line. But let's get started with interviewing Justin Swafford. Hey, Justin, it's Doug. You got me?
Yep, give me 1 second, buddy. We're actually going green.
Oh, let me put him back there so he can communicate. Green flag. Nope. They are going to try and race this out. Pudge in the lead. Oh, Kirchenbauer suddenly slows out of turn 2. Now Gitter making a move for the lead. And out of nowhere, Daniel Simmons runs up behind Patrick Gitter for second. Pudge now back in third. This will be the white flag with Patrick Gitter currently in the lead. Pudge is off track out of turn 1. And it looks like they are going to call it. We'll have to find out how this... I'm confused, folks. But it's going to be Patrick Gitter and Clay Kirchenbauer drag racing to the end. Oh, they get together. It's going to be who comes across the line first. Clay is around backwards. And it is Gitter across the line sideways. And let's go ahead and pull Swafford in, and we'll have to find out on the scoring. Hey, Justin, it's Doug again. You got me?
Sorry about that, buddy.
Oh, that's all right. So which scoring are we going off of first? What happened after the checkered or what the checkered was at?
It's, you know, I'm still not 100% sure. I just came to pit road to park it.
Okay. Well, we'll assume that you got that third place finish then. And what a race it was indeed, man. That was a good one.
Yeah, thank you. Stinks that we couldn't have gone to the end. I want to see where that would have gone. But congratulations to Pudge, man. Congratulations on that win. Good, always good when the boss wins.
It definitely is, man. Great job tonight. It definitely is going to, you know, with you and Gitter finishing the way you did, you close a little bit in the points, and you got quite a few laps let in, some stage wins, so a great night overall.
Yeah, 10-4. I think we're going to have to be chasing him the entire season, honestly, so it's going to be good.
You might have to use the bumper a little, just saying.
We should probably have some short tracks I can make use of that.
Probably a good plan. Good job tonight, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, looks like they are going by the official scoring, which puts Clay Kirchenbauer in second place. Hey, Clay, it's Doug. You got me? I can't hear you, Clay. I can see you're speaking, but I can't hear you.
You got me?
Oh, there you are. Yep, I got you. Great race. I think you were one of the few, if not the only driver that didn't use a fast repair tonight.
Yeah, I only had 2X, and that was from when Newbie took himself out across my nose, so not a bad night.
No, it definitely wasn't, man. A great run. Would have loved to have seen that come down to that green-white checkered, because that was going to be one hell of a battle between you and Pudge.
Well, let me tell you something, Doug. I'm a little salty here because I don't know who throws this yellow flag deal, but I had the lead off 4 all the way through the tri-oval, and it was like the second he got in front of me, the yellow came out. So I'm not starting no conspiracies. Congrats to Pudge. He deserves a win. I'm just saying, I've got some really terrible luck, and I told my wife halfway through the race, I said, I've got great luck this whole race. It's going to bite me, and there you go. 1 second earlier, Doug, 1 second earlier, that yellow comes out, and I win this race.
You definitely do, man. A great run and a great points night for you as well. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, Doug. Have a good one.
And finally, hey, Pudge, it's Doug. You got me?
Doug, my boy, what's up, man?
It is about dang time you finally get back to victory lane. Congratulations, man.
Man, I appreciate it. I can't believe the time limit ended there. I was really looking forward to racing there at the end, but if these guys don't stop saying I did a Bubba Wallace win, I'm quitting.
Rain delay.
Yeah.
Man, that was a wild one. You got caught up in that big one, but came back, avoided everything else, and you were in the fight the whole time.
I was, man. It was a good race with all the guys, and I just wish that last caution wouldn't have came out, because everybody going green right there, it was going to be a dogfight there to the end. But I'll take it. I'm in the playoffs now. Don't have to worry about anything else. And after the week we've had, man, this is fitting to win this race tonight. So definitely will take it.
It definitely was, man. Congratulations. I know you're happy. Your favorite track. A great job tonight, buddy.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Doug.
Pudge finally gets himself into victory lane. Congratulations. What a wild finish at the end. What a wild night overall. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. No broadcast tomorrow night, so come back Sunday morning for GT3 NSS. Hopefully Richie will be back on track, and a few of the other guys as well. And a lot of great racing in the coming week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys had as much fun as I did. I'm going to go get some oxygen now. Hope you all had a great night.